you could take. I mean, now there is, but it's still a problem because the fact that the disease is there, it's not actually a cure for the problem. It's more a treatment. So you're still living with the disease. You've still got that constant reminder, and the drugs themselves have side effects. It can be from actual physical changes that it gives you, through to psychological problems, through to just the fact that it's a constant reminder of your problem, and you can't really ever get away from that,
We can offer them counselling with a fully qualified counsellor. Unfortunately, we don't have unlimited funds, so we can only offer them 6 sessions so they can come to terms with their diagnosis. And once they've come to terms with their diagnosis, we then offer them peer support, normally with people who've been diagnosed for a while, and by a while I mean sort of 10 years or more, and that can give them hope for the future. A lot of people still believe if you're diagnosed as positive, you'll be dead within 2 years.
I'm very scared about going onto medication. I'm not looking forward to it one bit. I mean, I've heard so much stuff about it, and if possible, I know I'll be on it one day, but if possible, it'll be the longest time before I'm put on it.
Yeah.
Because what I've seen and what I've heard. And what I've been told by the clinic, it seems to me I'm getting a bad impression of it.
So like I'm taking ARVs. Before I'm taking ARVs, I was on stage 4. My CD4 count was 25. I was sick, very, 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 very sick, 25, and I'm taking TB treatment. After TB treatment, I'm taking ARVs. Now, when they take the blood from me now to see how is the virus and the CD4 count, my CD4 count is coming up and the viral load is lower than detectable. It's going down and CD4 count now is coming up. As you can see now, I'm well.
HIV will be here for the next 10 to 15 years to come, and we'll have to find a way and adopt a strategy to run along and be merry with the virus.
There have been a few surprises, I think, for me, when asking sufferers of HIV to talk about it, both in the UK and South Africa, and there were different surprises each time. I think in South Africa, one thing that, because I've never had to ask people very personal questions about a disease like that, and I've never been to South Africa and I don't know the culture there particularly well. What I first noticed was that people were just so open to talk about it, and in a country where essentially it is a problem because it's been such a long time that people haven't been able to talk about it, I found it interesting that and surprising as well that people were just ready to talk about it. It's been much harder to find people to talk about it in the UK who are willing to go on camera and say, I am HIV positive, and talk about it. It's been much harder here, and you'll see from the rest of the video, there's unfortunately a lot more people in Africa talking about it, where we only had 10 days, whereas we've had almost a year here, and we've only managed to get 2 people to actually come up and talk frankly about it.
I like to talk about HIV and AIDS because people even now, they don't know about HIV and AIDS and they don't believe that HIV is there. So I used to talk, even my family, my neighbors know that I'm HIV. So I just want to warn them so that they must not affect it. Even my friends, I talk about HIV and AIDS to my friends, even my cousins say, people be careful. You know I'm HIV positive and you must always wise because HIV is there and it's killing people. So I don't have any problem about HIV and AIDS.
I'd like schools to educate people, not just about HIV, but all sexually transmitted diseases. I suppose what I'd like to say is that because it's not really talked about in school or outside of school even, people are still quite ignorant about HIV and quite scared of it. And I would say don't be scared about it. You know, if you do meet someone who's HIV positive, it doesn't change them as a person.
I cry, Mama. When you lay awake at night with tears rolling down your sweet, tender face, thinking about him, when heartache would rise like a lump in your throat to choke you, I feel it, Mama. I kick not because I'm happy. I'm trying to embrace you. I float in this womb and duck to tell you are not alone. The pain you feel when you cry, it's killing me, Mama. I feel it more than you do. When you laugh, I laugh with you. But when you cry, my poor little heart can't take it. He's gone, Mama. But I'm here. I'm your fort. Your reason to live. Will you laugh, Mama? For my sake. For when you cry, I cry, Mama.
You don't want to make people frightened of a problem. I just think you want to make people informed. And however you go about that is the skill of the people that are doing the project. I mean, I couldn't give you any specific idea about how to do that. I mean, apart from not to sensationalise it, just to make it an awareness that it's a problem that's there, it's in this country, it affects straight people, gay people, black people, white people, whoever it is, it can get to you.